So, wanted to get kind of your thoughts, reaction to the budget guidelines that were approved today. I know you have a little bit of concern with it, but still voted for it. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Sure. Well, all along for the last few years, there's been a big push from the council to reduce our debt load and to improve our debt utilization and obviously keep a good close eye on taxes because we know that we've seen a lot of increases on fees, even though we've been trying to keep taxes pretty steady or to lower them because of the increased valuations. We're still seeing taxpayers and citizens within the Dubuque paying more out of their pocket. So that's something that I always try to be mindful of when we're having budgets presented to us. And when we evaluated the fiscal year 19 budget guidelines, it looked like a lot of things were being accomplished. We were reducing the commercial, the multi-unit, a lot of things were looking good. And even though we weren't able to cover the full increase to the residential taxpayers, we did cover a lot of that with the 2.71% decrease. It does have a 2% increase, which is about $15 per average homeowner, which obviously we'd love to have seen that be lower. $15, it's an increase. And if anytime we can keep it lower, if we can absorb more of that as a city, I think that would be a good thing. But overall, when I saw that guideline, the only thing that I really still have a concern with is the total debt usage, the overall debt of the city. Because we've done great improvements in lowering our debt utilization. Everything else seems to be really trending downward exactly the way we want it to be. But when you look at what our total debt is at 265 projected million, that's still fairly close to where we were if we had stayed on the prior plan. So either we have not really stopped issuing as much debt as we had wanted to, or we found a new way to issue it. And to me, that's what I think we've done. We've managed to issue more bonds, more debt in a manner where it appears on, increased water fees, things of that nature, but they don't impact the overall statutory debt limit. So it's great that we're seeing that go down, but let's have it be a real number, and let's also get the overall debt down as well as more of what I'd like to see going forward. But from the guideline itself, it's a starting point. I think it's a good starter. It doesn't have us really too committed from a tax perspective. A lot of it is a reduction. And then once we get into the actual budget hearings, if we can find more ways to continue to reduce our expenses, then obviously we'll be looking for those as well. So maybe this is where we start today, but maybe we can cut into that 2% that the taxpayers will still be seeing by trying to find other ways that we can be more efficient and maybe reduce some of our overall operating expenses.